Alright, gentlemen, it's the 70s, the decade of nature run amok. We gotta get another killer animal movie out there and quick. What do you got for me? Sharks? Nah, you want us to get sued like Great White? Worms? I don't know. That seems like it'd be fodder for a popular riff show in the future. Grizzlies? I'll wait for the sequel. I hear good things. Well, how about frogs? Wait, there's already a frogs movie? But it's not a frogs movie? Well then why is it called Frogs? That's confusing. You know what? Fuck it. My trophy wife's poodle took a shit in my slippers last night, so let's make a movie about a pack of dogs being assholes. Ah yes, dogs. Because at this point, everything is a spin-off of Day of the Animals. In 1976, dogs ended up doing for dogs what did for snakes. No, it didn't make us scared of them. It made us laugh. A lot. Not saying dogs can't be scary on film, of course, but when you set out to make the K9 equivalent of Night of the Lepus, you don't exactly get Fido's version of Willard or the Birds, you just get K9. I can tell that all this dog stuff is making you nervous, Lloyd. Don't worry, it'll be over soon. Look at him. He's terrified. Well, let's see what we did to piss dogs off so much that they have to rebel and destroy humanity. Well, besides putting them in ridiculous sweaters come Christmas time. All I see here is Stephen Wright teasing the hell out of the midget cameraman. Wait, you mean I get to use this joke already?
Bacon! Bacon! Where's the bacon? I smell bacon! 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 Gotta be bacon! Only one thing smells like bacon! That's bacon! Bacon, 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 there!
The dog's gonna get revenge by posing for the worst Cujo poster ever. This isn't a good sign. We're 30 seconds in and the movie's already trapped itself in a corner. And, apparently the dog's name is David McCallum. That's nice, I guess. Holy shit, and he's also a breed shifter! Oh, there's two of them. Well, I'm an idiot. If this were on a busy street, this movie would be over with in seconds. I'm sorry, this seems like something a leash and a locked door could easily solve. This is sort of like a movie about cats, only instead of them running down the street, they'd sleep for about 12 hours and chase a laser pointer. Oh, alright, I'm sorry. Low blow, buddy, low blow. And where are they going? Short movie, they got lost in the desert and died. Hey, it's the lead from a Serbian film. He's gonna tell everyone how his day went and they're all gonna puke. This is our hero, Harlan, head of the biology department in this small campus town.
Michael Fitzgerald, I'd like you to meet Harlan Thompson, head of the biology department.
Hey, wait a minute. I know this guy.
What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken? Bishop!
How broad of a show do I have that it's now at the point where I've reviewed movies with both Colonel Sanders?
Did you know, Dr. Fitzgerald, that recent discoveries have come up with two new particles, both with the property of strength?
Well, that conversation was so fucking important that the cameraman chose not to follow it. The campus faculty members seem to be having a delightful time until the power goes out. Now the lighting is so shitty that it's the perfect opportunity for them to review exploitation films in a basement.
Well, it was quite simply the most frightening experience I've had since my first marriage. I was attacked by a seeing eye dog. What's so funny?
Sorry, that just sounds like a really stupid idea for a movie.
Definitely threatening gestures, baring his teeth, and so forth.
Of course the dog was chasing you. You're a pussy. I'm starting to see why this movie is called Dogs, because licking your own balls is more entertaining than this party scene. But it is nice that Bob the Goon has gotten his own starring role in a movie. Harlan is soon called out to a crime scene, I guess. Or did the special effects bucket just explode?
Well, it's not coyotes. Wolves, maybe.
Well, case closed. Liam Neeson beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, well, we'll look at it in the daylight and then we'll know. Oh, come on, I need a beer.
Okay, British Mitchell, you just had one 5 seconds ago. Though I'd be drinking too if I knew that 200 plus episodes of NCIS was in my future. Years from now, film students from all over the world will be studying the extended zero-cut parking shot. It's in this scene when the dubbing starts to get a little questionable.
The whole case is a mystery. The military doesn't even give us enough information.
What can we do about this living dead thing?
Well, it's very simple. We have to use the surest way of destruction.
What do you mean?
Meanwhile, in class, Seth Rogen is enthralled. This horror concept is so ridiculous, I'm confused why he isn't asking the class where the bees went.
Now, the ants, gathered in sufficient numbers, seem to be capable of acting with a singularity of purpose and intelligence.
Wow, that sounds interesting. Can we just watch that movie about ants instead?
Does this phenomenon occur in other species?
Well, as I said a moment ago, it occurs in many insects, in fish, in birds.
He was gonna add dogs to that list, but he didn't want to be too on the wet nose. Was that even a joke? I think the jury's gonna be deliberating for a while on that one. Hey, the image for the movie's print ad did it. Well, now, you stupid cowboy, this is what'll happen when you line your pockets with delicious Angus burgers. We've already seen that the dogs are killers, so I don't know why we would need more foreshadowing, but just in case.
Roll over, they all roll over and one fell out. There were 9 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over.
Why, you couldn't get the rights to Roll Over Beethoven, Hound Dog, or The Bitches Back? Why don't you just go on stage and recite the Barking Dog's Christmas? Apparently there's no cops in this town, so once another body is found, Harlan jumps in on the scene. That is, after we get a weird moment of a guy on acid.
Do you remember what it was you took? Was it acid?
Nice of Peter Fonda from The Trip to drop by, but was it really necessary?
Dr. Taggart, Deputy Goodman told us about Larry Ludicky. I'm busy. He's dead.
He's dead, yeah, but he rose again. Can you dig it?
Is he on drugs, or has he just been watching The Messiah? Because those two can be one and the same. And speaking of unnecessary...
It's all right. It's all right. The emergency lights will be right on.
The hell was that? I'm all for tormenting your actresses, but did the turn out the lights prank really have to be put in the movie? More dogs up to more trouble. I blame the school system. Now this one I understand. Stupid motorcyclists woke them up out of a sound sleep. And as for the old lady, well, there comes a point when you just get tired of people sneaking Werther's originals under the table. You know that Harlan is starting to put things together, because the next scene looks like this.
There are only 2.
Harlan and Sanders, Harlan and Sanders? The two of them put it together fairly quickly that it's dogs, probably because of David McCallum's strict under 40-minute case success rate.
Well, if it's wild dogs, why are we going through all this?
I'm not so sure they're wild. This is a hell of a way to prove your theory, but I think something is causing domestic dogs to pack and attack people.
Coincidentally, it all started when Michael Vick was elected sheriff. And should we be talking about this? The suspect is right there.
It's terrible, yes, but you have no evidence it was done by dogs.
Well, other than whoever did it decided to eat the victim's feces once they emptied their bowels.
Look at this animal here. Are you telling me that Grady dragged poor Larry Ludicky of the Huber boy into the bushes?
Yes, and I am also saying that Grady murdered his entire family with an axe. Naturally, like every disaster movie, Mayor McDickcheese decides not to do a goddamn thing.
And now you want me to tell them they're going to be eaten by their poodles. How long do you think I'd stay in this job if the governor heard about that?
Because all of this somehow has to do with losing tourism on Amity Island. Uh-oh, children's dog show. This is either gonna get hilarious or fucking hilarious.
Let's have a party with Charlie Brown and Snoopy. We can go dancing with Linus and Lucy. Put on a smile and stay for a while. Come on, let's dance around with Snoopy and Charlie Brown.
Son of a bitch. Somebody get me the biggest rolled up newspaper you can find. This scene is so terrifying, they're laughing. You know, maybe someone will fucking listen.
When they're alone, they act like any other dog, but when they're together, they accumulate intelligence. They seem to have some sense of purpose.
Damn right they do. We need non-stop surveillance on all fire hydrants in town, check under the table at every Thanksgiving dinner, and if one starts humping your leg, do not tell him to stop. And get the governor on the phone.
Hello, Governor. This is Morton Koppelman. How are you? Well, I called earlier, and they said you couldn't be interrupted. Oh, meditating? Does that stuff work? Yes.
I like how that even though the characters now know exactly what's going on, they are still acting like this is the stupidest situation they've ever been in.
No, this was much more mundane, and I feel silly even talking to you about it. Oh, you have a dog? What kind? A mutt. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Whatever. It's stupid. Dogs aren't that scary.
Miles went to see The Lone Ranger. I did not go because I was editing SGC riffs.
Damn it, Lloyd. Don't do that. At least they're using their time wisely by building a trap to catch the gimp from Pulp Fiction.
Assuming this experiment works, that we prove it's a smell or odor being transferred from one dog to another, making a pack this way. What are we going to spray them with?
I don't know. Dogs hate things that smell bad, right? This is all making the mushroom on top of his head sprout. And the crazy fucking dog they were using as bait gets loose because it's a crazy fucking dog.
That was the most frightening thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, well then you haven't seen this. And would it be an animal danger film without a group of drunk-ass hunters getting bumped off?
Turn the lights out.
But turn the damn thing out! How the hell are we gonna see without a light?
Says the cinematographer. Look at it like this. It was either the Hunters or Trumpy's eggs, or Bambi's mom, or Harry from Harry and the Hendersons, or Ice-T. Don't worry, Sheriff. You played Red Rocket with the pastor's poodle. That's why they're gonna kill you last. Thank God Lindsay didn't direct this, or that might have been real. Send more milk bones. We got the hunters out of the way, so now, couple on a date.
You know, it's getting a little tiresome saying goodnight on the front porch like a teenager.
It's just that you look like the white cop from every Rudy Ray Moore movie. This is either a POV Michael Myers shot or a Shih Tzu. I get those confused sometimes. Oh, Doberman Pinscher? I was way off. And he conveniently placed the shower curtain over her ass. Well, that was nice of him. In fact, a lot of the dogs seem to be getting smarter. Who put him in the closet? I love the scene where they just happen upon another death already in progress.
Shoot, for God's sake, shoot!
He's dead. I shot him.
Idiot. Oh, right, I should probably check on my girlfriend.
Get your things together, we're leaving.
The dogs?
Yes, and it was hideous.
What happened?
It's a madhouse. There's holes dug up in everyone's yard, and it's gonna be impossible to mow the grass come daylight. All of the students appear to be locked up in Jack Hill's studio. That's comforting.
Now look, I want to take everyone over to the library tonight. That's going to be the central gathering place for everybody that's left on campus.
Sir, shouldn't we stay here and lock the doors? Shut up, you. You want there to be more death scenes, don't you? Not even Alvy Singer can keep this group from leaving. If you think that I'm gonna make an already silly scene even sillier, oh, by God, you're right. This movie sucks. You stupid dogs! Look at my ass! Look at my ass, you stupid dogs! Of course, fake Josh Hadley is gonna fuck things up by sneaking into the kitchen and swiping some chicken fingers and brewskis. Don't worry about him. His hero is on the way. Wait, so all they wanted was our TV dinners? Quick, someone get Uncle Ben on the phone, stat! It really seems like all this could be saved by a few simple words. Hey! Down! Down! Personally, I'd rather be stuck with the running of the bulldogs than I would this woman's annoying scream. It's like a chihuahua singing Bjork in your ear. And when fake Josh fucks things up again, everyone does exactly what they should be doing. Calmly standing around and watching other people get eaten, or just waiting to be eaten like the good horror victims they are. Apparently, people forgot Frank T.J. Mackey's mantra of "I will dropkick those fucking dogs if they come near me." Oh, and add insult to injury, after killing them, the dogs chewed up all of their favorite slippers. Come morning, they escape town and find that one of the main characters, Colonel Sanders, died off-screen. When we last saw him, he was walking away, but somewhere along the line, he got in a cop car, pulled it over, and got himself killed. How in the hell did that happen, idiot? Starting to think that this isn't really a horror film, it's just blatant propaganda put out there by cats. That's right, you heard me.
Officials say that as far as can be determined, only dogs are now being affected.
That's supposed to scare me, Lloyd? Because it kinda does. You smother me in my sleep sometimes, and I'm starting to think you're doing it intentional. You can have my fear, but you most certainly cannot have my soul. At the very least, with a tagline like "Don't pet them, fear them," this does seem to be made by someone who most likely had a tragic dog incident sometime in their childhood. Due to the film's poor box office, the proposed sequel, Cats, was never filmed. Instead, we got some silly musical and a god-awful Stephen King movie. Wait a minute. Now I get it. You intentionally wanted this film to be terrible, so that no one would dare make a slanderous film against cats. Well, let me tell you something, mister. There was a movie that set cats back hundreds of years, and it wasn't dogs, it was that remake of That Darn Cat. If this movie taught you anything about dogs, it's that now we know what a Shyamalan movie would have looked like in the 70s, and this is what the killer shrews look like without makeup. So I guess that justifies its existence?
Giant ants and scorpions and lizards are just the product of an ignorant screenwriter who never took biology.